and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be talking about my heart disease and physical activities. You know, what can I do, what can't I do, what sort of restraints do I have to put in place, or basically what's my limit and how do I work around it, or is there a way to work around it? So yeah, misconceptions. A lot of people think if you have heart disease that you have to basically sit on a couch, you have to stay still, you can't do much, you're basically limited in what you do. No, it depends on the person. It depends on sort of their levels themselves. I'm in so many Facebook groups and I don't know, I just feel so great and inspired and like, wow, when I read about someone who has a heart condition and they've gone out and run, a marathon or something. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty awesome, because, well, they can. And that's because they've probably gone back and forth with the cardiologist or the specialist that's looking after them and said, actually, you can do this or you can't do this, put things in place for that to happen. And then there are, just on the other side, there are people who can't really do as much, and that maybe, taking a stroll is actually as much as they can do, and they're a bit more like can't move as much. But you've got to remember that the heart is muscle, and like with muscles, you need to work them out, and you have to eat correctly as well, and you have to also not drink as much, and like maybe go easy on all that sort of, fried foods and everything. But down the line I will hope to do a video about that, but I think at the moment I sort of have a cheeky takeaway now and again. So until I sort of know how to manage my own diet, which I'm still learning about and everything, and plus to make sure it doesn't interact with my medication that I'm on, until then I sort of just can speculate and stuff about it. When I hit my teenage years, I guess that's when my heart disease really kicked into gear. I can remember doing physical education PE at school, and especially doing cross country. That really was not working with me. I always felt like after doing some sort of physical activity that I was just like really fatigued and tired and everything. And actually during my teenage years I did faint as well on more than one occasion. And then after that I went to the doctor, did some tests and everything. Then they told me, yep, you've got hypertrophic cardiomyopathy and everything. And I don't know if you noticed that, but I kind of couldn't say that word if I talked too fast. I sort of mess up my words. But yeah, so after that big, being diagnosed, I'm assuming, obviously I was referred to their MDT, their multidisciplinary team meeting, where they go through patients to see what sort of, further management or treatments or support should be best for this. And I think because I was so young, being diagnosed still in my teenage years, they were like, yeah, let's do a septal mastectomy, let's open her up and sort it out. So I'll do a whole video on my big surgery, I call it. It's for me it was big because I was 18 going on to 19 sort of at the time, and everyone's there going to uni, and my first year at uni, half of it was spent recovering from open heart surgery, so I will do a big video about that. But yeah, after the surgery and after the recovery phase, I had so much energy. It was amazing. I felt like me again, and even though I still hated running, and yeah, it was really good, and I felt like I could do this and that, and I might have dabbled in like going out partying and stuff, which I guess at that age I wanted to. Now thinking about it, I probably should have not partied as much, but I don't think that has crept up or anything, because I wasn't sort of like drinking every day or anything. It was sort of social events. I'd be like, oh, I'll have a cheeky one or this and that. But yeah, after that I joined roller derby as well, which is it's a good sport. It's skating. Skating is really good. It's it's good for the heart, cardio and everything, and that I think that helped a lot. And I can remember going to my annual checkups, and even now I still don't have it. They said, wow, the murmur that you had when you were a baby and growing up, it's actually the murmur that sort of like highlighted to them, oh, maybe we need to check this further. I'll do another video on again, my diagnosis. But after that, and even now, my murmur actually isn't there anymore. I mean, that's quite pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. But that was because I was skating all the time and eating correctly, or as best as I could. But then, yeah, so I officiated roller derby. I didn't play it because it's a contact sport. Okay, if you want to learn more about that, you can just like Google is my friend. I did a couple of years of officiating roller derby. It was so much fun, and you know, I really got to hang out with friends and skate, and really just, for me, it felt great. And I felt, if anything, sort of normal. At times I'd forget I've got a heart problem, or, you know, a heart condition. That sounds really weird to say, because going home I'd be taking my medication and then I might have some, you know, certain attacks like my AFib or something. But in that moment, just skating with my friends, I could feel, I don't know, I just felt like me again and everything. I know I've said that so many times, felt like me, because I'm still me when I'm poorly, I'm still me when I go into the hospital, I'm still me when I'm having one of my attacks. So if anything, it's just another side to me that I really do cherish. So yeah, that brings me to now. Basically, the past, I think, few years now, my energy levels have been up and down. They've been declining a lot, I've noticed. And I think that was due to the medication that I'm on. I don't think it was working. I mean, I've changed medication, so I'm on new stuff. I'm on new beta blockers. I'll hopefully be able to do a video on what I'm on and explain what they do to my heart and everything. But I've also taken now calcium blockers, which I've noticed I'm getting a lot of energy, and I'm loving it. I really am enjoying it, because I'll come home and be like, "Ooh, I've got energy, I can do this." But then also I've managed to get myself a desk job where it's not as fast paced, where a lot of jobs I've done have been very fast paced, very physical. And even though I was like, I can do this, time and time again, my health has said, no, actually, we can't do this. We need a change. And I will, in the future, talk about the many sort of roles I've taken upon, and how the reason why I took on these roles was because I really wanted to be insert whatever. But unfortunately, it didn't really work out, because my health and everything, it came first, and it wasn't until down the line when I might have got poorly or something, it's like, oh, actually, I should probably take a change. So now I'm in a very nice, comfortable role and everything, and I'm noticing now I'm getting a lot more energy. It's just, for the past few years, I even joined a band and everything, and that was going great. I loved it when I was on stage and performing and singing, and I would dance so much, because I just love to dance, even though I can't dance. No. Can I dance? No. Are you sure? Yeah, no. But I just loved feeling the rhythm and singing, and people just dancing along to me singing, and just all of that is you know, it's amazing and everything. I'm still in music, and you might just find me on my Instagram singing away, as you do. I can't help it, you know, when you love something. And there's a reason why I love singing. There's a really big reason why I'll never stop singing. But anyway, yeah, so past few years I sort of took a step back, and I have to reassess everything, because I actually had a not very nice episode last year, right after my birthday. It was kind of like, whoa, massive eye opener. And then after that, leading up to now, I've just sort of took a step back, and I'm slowly getting into things, and I've got more energy because of my new drugs and everything. And I think as time goes by, I'm learning. So I know in these past couple of months, I would sort of set my calendar. So yeah, now I'm going to talk about how I sort of manage myself with my energy levels, where one day I could be up and one day I could be down. So spoons. I'm sure a lot of you know about the spoon system, and mine is just up and down all the time and stuff. It's always, if it's consistent, and that's only because I haven't done anything. I go to work, come home, sit there and watch TV. And as exciting as that is, I want to do more in life, do you know? I mean, you know, some people, that's enough for them, and great on them, you know, good for them. But for me, I want to make memories. I want to say, even though I got heart problems and sometimes it's not very nice to deal with, I just want to bring out the joy. I want to experience the joy. Not experience it, I want to bring the joy. Yeah, so what I do with my calendar, I've got a calendar on my phone, and I've basically put in every single thing that is coming up in my calendar, and I sort of assess that week because, well, it's annoying, but as we know as HCMers, sometimes, you know, we can't actually time when we feel poorly, do we? We can't go, right, it's on Wednesday, I think my AFib is going to arrive at 11 o'clock. No, we don't know. It can just happen. All we can do is sort of plan. And it's annoying because you plan for the future, but you have to actually plan for the now as well and put things into place. So for me, if I'm going somewhere out on Wednesday, I'll make sure I'm not doing anything on Tuesday. That for me is working at the moment, where I'll alternate my rest days. I have rest days. If you don't have rest days, have rest days. Even if you don't have a condition, have rest days, okay? It's not great, just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And again, no, everyone needs to sort of, for your mind, body, and, you know, your soul, everyone needs to rest once in a while. It's great just to take it all in, even if it means just sitting on a bench, which I've done. Just sitting there, staring into the distance, breathing and just like taking it all in. It's great, okay? And the body, it needs to rest, it needs to recuperate, it needs to get all that energy back. So I sort of do that for the week, but I see how I am the beginning of the week, and then if I'm like, by Wednesday I'm like, actually I don't feel that great. I'll let whoever know, or say, actually can we change that day? And that leads to my final point. This is to friends and family of people who have a health condition. Please have patience with them. That's all I ask for. In my experience, I've had it where I've cancelled on friends, and from that I've actually lost friends, and it still upsets me, to be honest, because it's like I may have told, you know, I would have told that whoever that I'm actually not feeling that great, and I really am not going to put myself in danger. So hopefully you'll understand. And sometimes people will and sometimes people don't. But the fact of the matter is, I think if you truly are that person's friend, or you'd learn to accept that, and you'll be there for them, because it's one thing, and it's so hard having a health condition and trying to live a normal life, and then you do want to hang out with your friends and family. I want to be there, you want to be there, but sometimes things get in the way where we have no control over it, and it's no fault of our own. It's because, you know, health conditions just like to mess things up. Unfortunately they do. So yeah, that's my only advice, is just please be patient. And for those who do have a health condition, don't ever feel guilty. The amount of times I feel guilty, I have felt guilty, and I'm like, who would want to be my friend? Who'd want to hang out with me? I used to think that so much when I was growing up. Now I'm like, if they don't want to be my friends, then they're not worth it. And then I'll probably go into a room and yeah, be sad and cry maybe. I'm being honest, come on, it's not nice when you do have friends and then they sort of disappear and you're like, is it something I said, or is it because I just am me? Yeah, but don't ever feel guilty. You are you, and if they truly are your friends, they will accept you for who you are. And if you don't, and even if, I don't know, you just don't want to, this is for anyone, if you just don't want to be somewhere, just let them know, be truthful and say, I'm not feeling it today, I'm not feeling comfortable, I don't have enough spoons, and if they truly are, they'll accept it and they'll accept you, Okay, that's my sort of thing to take away from this, is we have good days, we have bad days, and luckily for me, my friends and family who are in my life, they accept me on my good days, and they accept me on my bad days and my worst days. They're there for me, and yeah. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and if there are any further if there are any questions or anything that you want to ask, I don't know if I can answer them. No, I will answer them. I'll try my best to answer them. I probably haven't covered everything in here, but if you want to leave a comment down below, please do, and I'll try my best to answer them. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully I'll see you all soon. Bye.
It's a good thing we both weigh the same, isn't it?